can't believe
Oh, geez, and there's a bunch of mosquitoes here. I gotta move right. Like, okay. Okay. Look, I'm gonna be real with you. I don't think I need therapy. I think it's Helen that needs therapy. She's been crashing out all day.
Right. Well, I want to find out about this experimental. Like, what the hell happened yesterday? What's going on?
So I was brought to a house in Polito. And a few days prior to that, we went to this house just for, getting some info and to smoke some weed. Tarot card reading, blah, blah, blah. But while we walked in there, I heard a machine. And Windsong said, "Hold on, I'm just pumping." And I thought that meant like she was like lifting weights. But I think it had something to do with the milk that was provided to me. And I took a sip or a swig, and I was high out of my mind.
Was there any sort of enlightenment that happened?
Well, she like brought me into this room and told me to walk through the house, and I just started tripping and seeing things that I did not want to see.
So, it was not a good experience?
Well, I mean, like, I don't know. I don't know if it was good or not. Like, it's hard to say.
How did it make you feel?
I don't know. It was that, like, confused? A little scared? Tricked?
And you learned nothing? Tricked?
Yeah, because, like, my mind was playing tricks on me because I was high. Because I know for a fact Cups wasn't in there, but she was in there, but she was not in there. You know what I mean? Like, she was there, and then she wasn't. So it wasn't real.
Okay, so did you learn anything from that experience?
I'm a bad person.
It took that to learn that you're a bad person?
No, it just reminded me.
You forgot for a minute, and then it was like, oh shit, yeah, that's me.
Well, I didn't forget, but just kind of like, in the moment, that's not what I was thinking of, And then I was like, oh, I'm thinking about this again. It's just, and then like I said these, it was like, I just like relived a moment that I was just like,
All right, is it something that you would want to experience again?
No. Well, maybe. Because, like, in the moment, it's kind of nice. But, like, when it's over, it's kind of like, I've been robbed. It's kind of like, like when you're lying down in bed and you're just like, you fall asleep, sleeping, whatever, you're having a dream. And let's say in that dream, you're like, I'm about to eat this cookie. And this looks like the greatest cookie in the world. And you're about to take that bite and you wake up. And it's like, what? I just wanted to eat that cookie. But now I can't. I just got robbed because I woke up. That's what that was.
Do you feel if you did it again, it would be helpful for you? Or is it just
I don't know. Because, like, Windsong said, there's two paths. The bright one and the dark one. Choose. So I didn't want to choose. So I rolled the dice, and it was the bright path. So I went down the bright one. But apparently there's a dark path, and I don't know if I should go down it or not.
I think you've already been down a dark path.
So what? So what are you just saying? It can't get any worse?
Do you want to enhance the dark path? Like, you've been through the dark path. We're trying to get past that, right?
I don't know. Just define the dark path, though. Like, what is Windsong's
You almost were
path?
executed for your crimes.
Yeah, and I didn't get executed. So I mean, like, GG, right? No read. So I mean, it can't get any worse, right?
Oh, it could get so much worse.
You think so?
Yes, it can.
Maybe I should roll with it. I should roll for it.
No. No.
I don't know, Pixie. I'm really thinking that I should do it. I swear. Yeah. Hey, Siren, you wanna
jump in anytime.
But you're doing so good.
Yeah, you know, you want to keep this job? Jump in.
Okay, what would be the benefit to doing it again?
Well, you know, it's kind of like, think of it this way. If I have to go through a dark path and like alone, because put it this way, I went down that tunnel alone, right? And
Okay.
Windsong said it was kind of like you're going on a journey with yourself or something. So like maybe instead of going down the dark path like I did before and trying to kill people, I go down this dark path by myself.
I'm going to need you to say that again and tell me really how it benefits you to do peyote again and go back through, like walk down this dark path, how that is beneficial to you.
Well, maybe because the first time I was like, what'd she say? It was like killing something. Oh my god, Loki, that's right. Killing, it's an ego kill or something.
Is that what you feel like happened?
I guess? An ego death or something? Like, I don't know. It's like, because like, when I went down the dark path the first time, I just blamed everybody else that was around me. Who am I gonna blame if I have to go through it again when there's no one there?
I suppose so, but it's not the same kind of experience, right? This is putting you in an altered state where you're more likely to conjure up past demons, and especially if you go in walking a quote unquote dark path. I mean, I'm sure you've heard about like setting up, like prep for a trip when you're doing psychedelics. You know, be in a safe space with people who care about you, like be in nature. The last thing that you want to do is intentionally walk a dark path in an altered state of mind where you are primed to see bad things. I
Okay.
personally think that you would have a very bad trip. I think you've already stated that when you went down the light path, you saw things you didn't want to. I think if you intentionally gave yourself a bad trip and went down a dark path just for the sake of doing it, it will have a negative impact on you mentally. I think it would have a negative impact on anyone mentally.
That's a good point. That's a good point. I have a counter to that.
Okay.
What if it's kind of like, if you think of it like this, I go and do that and I come out and let's say it's bad and it affects me negatively and I come out of that bad and it's bad for a while. That just proves that, yeah, I can't, there shouldn't be a chance for me to get back out there, right? Like, if I can't handle things like that and I just start, that's a bad sign. But what if I could put myself through something like that again and not come out of that like a maniac again?
Right,
But
but that's like
I'm
you know,
already
that's
locked
like-
up, you know?
We don't have enough people in place to make sure that you don't lose your shit and go all. Yeah, that's. I mean,
Helen can
mean,
just bring
you know what?
a few more bodies.
it's fine. You know what? He can just do it if he goes. Then they'll just and we don't have to deal with him anymore. So
That's true.
that's his
That
choice.
is true.
That's his choice. So problem solved. All right.
I think I like talking things through all the way to the conclusion that so you accept and are okay with the possibility that it will have a negative impact on you and the people around you. That you would come out the other side and it would be worse for you and worse for everybody that you care about. You are okay with that happening.
Yes, because let's say I just keep doing what I'm doing and then one day everybody's like, you know what, we're going to sign off. You've been good. You've made improvements. We'll get you out there. And then let's say something happens where unintentionally, drugs hit my system because somebody else, people do that to me sometimes. Or, something happens and then I have a relapse and I'm really, really bad. It could be way worse if I'm not under the supervision I'm currently under.
Well, here's my counter to that is that, of course, you could have a bad trip now and we see if you can handle it, right? Or we don't do it and we don't see if you can handle it. And then somewhere down the line, yes, you ingest drugs and you start to have a bad trip, but those two circumstances are going to be so wildly different, right? You are not going to be intentionally, quote unquote, walking a dark path. If you just told me you wanted to sit here and do psychedelics and just see if you have a bad trip, I would be all for it. But I'm talking about the physical state that you're going to be putting yourself in by walking a path that is meant to conjure up demons. If you're out there in the world and do drugs, the odds of you having a bad trip just because you ingested drugs are significantly less. You know, it's about the risk factor of what you're doing and the situation that you're in.
I'm so curious.
You just want to do it because you're curious and you want to see how it goes.
Yeah, I want to know if I can control myself.
You would be in psychedelics. You can't.
It's
You
not
will be in an altered state of mind.
okay. In the moment, sure, right? I'm more talking about the after effect of it. You know what happened last time I lost my yuck? I got a sniper when I went on a rampage for 2 weeks and shot 40 people.
So we already know you can't handle your shit. So I mean,
Would you be okay with us setting up precautions
Yep,
for after your trip?
absolutely.
Would you be okay with using a safe word? And if you are experiencing something truly awful, we can come get you.
Yes.
I mean, Pixie, you're his primary, so you can make the final call if you want to let him do that. I would recommend against it, but
they already did it, so it's not my call at all. I have no say in it. That's the thing. They already did it. I have no control over it. There's no control for me here. It's our suggestion. I mean, we can write down in our paperwork that, you know, we don't think it's a good idea unless, you know, A, B, and C. Because if we shut this down, I'm pretty sure you're going to do it anyway.
There's a world that it'll happen, yep.
Yeah, so just to cover our asses, because this is an extreme situation. And, you know, we really don't deal in that kind of extreme situation where we're okay with that, because we have people coming up to us going, why do you think that was fucking smart to do? We didn't, you know? There's a lot of problems that are attached to what you're doing so soon. I don't think you are ready for it, but you think you are. Helen thinks you are. So, you know, ultimately it is up to you. It's your choice. But there are consequences, and bad stuff can happen. And I don't know. I mean, you're ready to deal with all that?
Kind of have to be, yeah.
What if you know, other clowns get involved and they are like, here's a sniper, have fun.
Well, that would be the world if I did it without the supervision I'm under.
Right. And you think
Under Helen's
so,
supervision, we move quietly.
Right. When was the sniper? How long ago was that? The sniper incident?
Jeez, I don't, over a month ago maybe. I'm not sure.
Oh, that's so long ago. Oh, you're fine. Yeah, that'll be great.
I'm really not sure. I don't remember. 2 months?
Yeah.
3 months? I don't know. Probably 2. Haven't heard no one since though, that I know of.
Well, I mean,
Except for Helen's feelings.
it's quite easy to do.
Yeah, I've learned that.
Maybe she should be doing the peyote thing.
What?
What?
Maybe I shouldn't do it?
Well, maybe she should.
Yeah, you know, I was trying to tell her that, and she's considering it.
She's considering it.
I think so. She'll never admit it, but I think she is.
I think she needs guidance if she's gonna do that shit, because she is. Yep. Okay, I'm not gonna talk about her.
Plus, it's also me doing a favor. I'm serving the community, Pixie,
Bye.
because it's under the experimental stages, and I'm helping.
Experimental stages.
Yep. So why do this to anybody else but a guy that's, you know, labeled as a bad guy under house arrest? It's perfect. Also busted a bunch of meth operations, did a ton of snitching, got a bunch of people arrested, did training with the PD, taught a cop stuff. You know, I've been doing pretty good.
Just making the rounds, aren't you?
That's right. I've been occupied.
Maybe that's the key, is keeping you occupied with things so you're not tempted and going back and doing the things you used to do.
Well, I can't. Well, I mean, I could.
I mean, you could.
Yeah. And I'm telling you right now, there's been worse things that have made me think badly than whatever Windsong did. I'm telling you right yucking now, and I still held it together somehow.
All right. Well, I mean, are there people out there that hold the key to being able to unlock that?
To make me lose my mind?
Uh-huh.
Not really.
Is there people out there that know how to push your buttons, so to say?
Oh, push my buttons? Absolutely.
Make you go back to what you did before?
No.
Yes. Yeah.
Like
There's
who?
gotta be at least one or two. At least one person.
You got any names?
You don't think anybody? There's no one that can send you over the edge. Just make you snap again.
To an extent. To make me do what I did to get me here? No. That's all me, but I mean, somebody can definitely push my buttons for me to snap their yucca neck like Flippy from Hydra. Hate that guy, I'll kill him.
Have and food.
Can I
Any
have
drink?
food?
Helen,
No.
what's going on?
Hi, Chatterbox, you having fun?
We were just talking about you.
Oh,
Yeah. We come back.
what's up?
Have you ever had peyote?
No.
Have you ever
What?
thought about taking peyote?
Y'all can do it.
No.
Y'all can do it. The part answers everything.
I mean, yesterday, Chatterbox asked me to try it, but that was the first time I'd ever really thought about it.
Did you get in trouble
Why?
if you took peyote?
No.
Send
not
it,
illegal.
Helen.
All right, we'll discuss it later.
Okay. I wouldn't ask Chatterbox to do anything I wouldn't do. If that's like a point you're trying to make.
No. I'm not trying to make a point. I'm just trying to see how. I mean, if he wants to do it again, I mean, ultimately, of course, it's his choice because he's already made the choice already.
Helen, did you go down the dark path?
I cleared the entire house.
There's a
And
dark path.
and I
look
talked
cool.
to Windsong about like the general concept of what she was gonna do, and I had EMS and therapists on standby. All right, thought it was kind of crazy, but I know she wanted to try it out, and you know, quite frankly, you're a unique case, so I don't know. You never know what's gonna help.
Do you think he should go the dark path?
No,
Why?
I think he chose the path that was meant for him, and I think wanting to see both paths is just out of curiosity and not necessarily like actual interest in healing.
Half true.
I think his proposal was to see if he can handle it. Because if he can handle that and keep his shit together, then that's going to be better for him on the outside of all of this.
That makes sense, right, Helen? Like if I come
respect
out of
the
that
logic.
and I don't come up to you and chop you and snap your neck and then take your gun and shoot Windsong and then get in your car and go on patrol and start blasting all the clouds and shooting everybody that I hate. You know what I mean? Like if I don't do that, then like, holy yuck! Improvement, right?
I think you have a fragile mental state, and I do think your mental state has like strengthened over the past month or so. And I think that's displayed by you being, kind of in the mood you're more frequently in. But I also know when you smoked weed, you kind of changed. And I think you would change if you had a bad trip. And I know that people with certain psychological conditions, could experience psychosis following a trip.
But actions speak loud, right?
I don't know what that means.
What if it ruins my mood? It changes my mood, right? And I still don't do nothing crazy.
I mean, I can respect that logic. I don't necessarily know like if I fully agree with you, but if it was something you really wanted to do, and like if Pixie could see your logic, then I wouldn't necessarily like oppose it. It's something you could very easily do when you were released anyway, so it's not like I could stop you from doing it forever. I'd rather you do it while you're under like supervision, and I can make sure like EMS and your therapists are nearby than like, when
He's
you're
agreed
out
to
of
do
state
it
custody.
with conditions, but I want to go ahead and say, like, I'm not for it. Do not think it's a good idea. So, but he has agreed to do it.
I have another
with
suggestion.
proper supervision. Yeah.
We have somebody in there like Jimbo with a huge gun. And if I do something bad, he puts me down and that's it. That's all she wrote.
You know he might do that prematurely.
It's worth the
'Cause
risk.
he thinks, oh no, look at, he's losing his shit and he's gonna shoot you. He's gonna, I know, yeah, you're gonna get shot.
I don't think that's necessary, especially if it's like a closed environment.
Listen,
Yeah, but it's Jimbo.
Jimbo
it's
definitely
Jimbo.
has the guts to do it.
Yeah, because he's gonna be like, "What? Oh, shoot, okay." And no one said that, and he goes, "Oh, I heard it."
Okay.
That's how Jimbo works.
Okay. Compromise. Okay. We get Brian Knight to be the one to stand there with the gun.
That's the same situation.
We get Officer Ruby York to do it.
She might just shoot you and say you were reaching.
We get Jenna Mustard to do it.
Don't think we need somebody armed there. If it's like a closed environment and you can't hurt
Oh
anybody,
no, we need somebody. We need more hands on deck for this situation. I agree with that. We need people.
But somebody armed, I think, could trigger something bad if you
Yeah.
were having a bad trip.
Well, we could have officers like 10, 12 nearby, but also like
Bean.
if that is like, I don't want you to do something that you think it has even a possibility of you getting triggered so much you're going to need to get shot by the cops. Like,
Well, I'm not saying that. I'm thinking I'll be okay, but at the same time, it's just like, what if? Right?
Precautions.
It's like the first time I went in there, Helen. It was like, what if?
Which, like, again, like I can be on board with that, but honestly, like in this situation, like I think you've done it once. I think you got the ending you were meant to get. I understand the curiosity. If Pixie was on board,
It's a cliffhanger.
I would help. I would help make it as harm reduction. And again, I think you can do this without harm reduction when you get let out anyway. So, I don't. I can see the logic, I guess, but I wouldn't sign you up for a bad trip without Pixie's sign off.
I'm thinking maybe that could be a situation we explore a little bit later. I think it's too soon.
Okay.
Windsong
I
also
think-
said that. She thinks there should be time between trips anyway.
I think you need tools to be able to
I'm not allowed to
help
have
you-
tools because they think I'll use it as a weapon and kill someone.
mental tools.
Oh.
Oh, okay, yeah, those are fine.
Yeah.
You want me to?
To be able to handle the situation, and if you start feeling like you're getting out of control, to pull yourself back into control. So, do you think that's a fair compromise?
Yep.
Because he's gonna do it. He's gonna find a way to
Yeah.
do it anyway.
Yeah.
So, but if we know that we are trying to make it a controlled environment, and there is a reason behind it, because I will be writing all this down, so when I get a judge coming after me going, "What the fuck did you do, and why are we doing this?" I can logically explain and not sound like an idiot.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm pro harm reduction. EMS was happy to be nearby. It's not illegal. Um, I had a therapist on standby. I'm happy to have cops on standby. I was in the lobby, so was Tessa. I understand that it's unorthodox, and it is what it is. It's already been done, and I
Right.
apologize, but
No, it was just I think it was the breast milk situation.
that's the bit that got you.
Have you ever been swimming with somebody that is breastfeeding, and they went, "Hey, want some milk?" And I say, "What?" As I turn in the pool and I get shot in the face with the
Oh.
breast milk. I'm traumatized by breast milk, okay? Listen.
Oh,
It's kind of
I thought you were
Dang.
upset because I got him high on peyote.
Oh no. It was the delivery
Oh.
of it.
Right. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, yeah, okay, my bad. I misunderstood.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
assumed you were like, I can't believe you got my patient high on peyote. And I was like, I told you I was going to
Oh,
try a lot
no.
of different stuff. I know I
No.
wasn't super specific.
No, I've signed off on. There was a person that was a high functioning meth addict. They if they didn't have meth, then they didn't act right. So, I mean, I'm all for. Yeah, that's just the delivery of the drug
Well,
was.
Peyote doesn't grow here, and you can't take it on planes, so
Yeah, I know. It just.
either that or piss, I guess.
Uh,
I don't think Windsong froze her piss.
She would if you asked her to.
I'm
Just listen. The girl will do the most. Oh my god.
yeah. Did
I
you
don't
talk to
hate.
them
Look,
about your tarot
I
card
love her,
readings?
but tell what?
The tarot
no.
card readings?
Wanna know why I didn't?
Why?
Because I totally forgot.
Oh my god.
I don't even remember what good cards I drew.
Just do a 3 card. It's easier to remember.
He did 2 separate 3 cards and then a 2 card. The first one was mind, body, and spirit. And the first card was mine, and it was something about like he felt like he was missing out on stuff. And then the body card was the Emperor reversed, and it was moving on from like power structures and like structure. And then the third card would have been spirit, and it was something about like
Nerd.
it was something about like working with the clowns and stuff, like community based and like group project vibes.
How is your relationship with all the clowns right now? What's going
Well,
on?
I
with that?
mean, define clowns. Like, you're saying clowns in general? Or you're saying, like, clowns that, like, I actually talk to?
I mean, what is the current state of all of the people that you used to be around?
Divided.
Divided.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys were always divided in some shape
Well,
or
I mean,
form.
like, in a sense, but now, like, there's, like, a group of clowns, 2 groups of clowns, and they don't yuck with each other. It's like, one of them is, like, super, like, dramatic, moldy, grindy, kind of, you know, and the other ones just don't care. So we kind of just
There's 5.
separate. There's not 5. Sewer rats are not clowns.
Who are the clowns that you associate with?
The fun pile clown.
Don't call it the fun pile. Really? You want names? You want me to give you a list?
Yes, I would like names, please.
We got Tessa, Twinkles, Bozo. Bun's pretty cool, you know. Delver's pretty cool, you know. Yappy's cool, Happy, you know. Even though Happy and Helen don't get to see eye to eye, you know, it's cool, you know. Derpy, but she's kind of dumb, but you know she's cool, you know. Kirk, Lily, a mini phone, Moose Knuckles, Mr. Ratchet, Mumbles, Osvaldo, Party Hardy, Scruffy, Sneaky, Snuffles, Stumbles, Tandy, which we think is probably dead. Cubs, who is gone. You know, we got Wendy. You know, I consider Windsong, you know, part of that, but you know, she's more of a drugs and stuff, right?
She's clown adjacent.
Yeah. Okay. Marley's cool. You know, Yuckles is pretty cool. You know.
So who are the other clowns that are not part of the
Raina's cool.
fun group?
Sooty, Pockets, Keith, Ursula, Ember.
There's 4 other groups that have clowns.
I think that's it. What? I think that's it. Name them. Go ahead, Helen. Go. Let's hear it.
The Neon Circus, which is the ones he named.
I just named,
the
yep.
Sewer Rats.
Name the
which
clowns
he
in
doesn't
there.
want to admit are clown adjacent.
Name them.
Chaos
Who?
Crew.
Those are not clowns either.
The Smileys.
Not clowns.
Not
and then there's a
clowns.
new gang that's supposedly going to be named the Burger Flippers.
Oh, you're talking
Run
about
by
Esmeralda. Those are
Esmeralda.
not clowns either. God.
I think they would say they're clowns.
Jesus.
Why are there so many clowns?
I don't know. They just came out of nowhere. Before the big war, there was like 12 of us. After, there was about 35.
Yeah, y'all multiplied like crazy.
Yeah, and they all phoned me. And they're like, hey, what we doing? And I'm like, what you mean? Who is this?
So, are you having any problems with your current fun clown group?
Nope.
They all behaving themselves?
Yeah, we got rid of the bad ones.
Do you think the bad ones contributed to your snapping?
Yeah, absolutely, but it's not really their fault. It's my fault that I get rid of them years ago. No backbone. I didn't have no backbone.
You didn't have a backbone at all.
Nope.
All right. So, what other alternative things have you been doing?
Snitching. Setting up drug dealers, getting them arrested. Helping Helen do her job. Right, Helen? She got into a police chase the other day, kept going VCB. I had to be like, Helen, the car is right there. Helen, it's not VCB. He turned left. He's right there. Helen, he's pulled over right there. This guy couldn't get away from me, but could get away from Helen. We had to go train a police officer. I think it did pretty good. She couldn't catch me. So then 3 more cops helped, and they also had a very hard time. So they got a lot to work out. I'm probably going to academies now, because I think they need it, you know?
That's actually good.
Yeah, yeah.
That depends on if I agree to run them again, Chatterbox.
Yeah, you're gonna do it, Helen. Come on. Because if you don't, and then this is kind of like, a piece of yuck. It's giving up. People. What else did I do? I greeted people at the food court. Helen took a survey, and I got 3.5 stars or something, right, Helen?
Yeah, 3 stars out of 5.
3 out of 5. Yeah, it's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
You actually got a better rating for being fit for society than you did on your greeting.
What?
Yeah, I think so.
Jeez,
Let me double check.
nobody likes a good deal. That's crazy. I haven't committed a crime, and jeez, I could buy a bunch of sponges and clean my record. It's been that long. It's been months. Not a single thing on my record in months. It's crazy.
Is that your goal?
Goal? No, it just happened. Just happened, but, it's just, because, because, Helen doesn't show up to work sometimes, and I could just be like, I could run out of here and go do some crazy boyak. But I don't. Instead, I have barbecues at the house and chill.
There's still that level of chaos at the house?
Well, define chaos. No one's killing each other, but, phone calls are being made and people are going off to do things and coming back and telling me about it.
All right. Siren, do you want to, ask him any questions and, get to know him a little better?
I'm having a great time listening. How do you feel like you're adjusting to kind of this new state of being? Like from being outside and being kind of completely free to how you are right now?
I don't like it. Gotta wake up every day and be like, hey, Helen, I'm awake. And she's like, I know, I'm right here watching you. And I'm like, oh my God, what the yuck? Inside the bathroom, going pee. She just walks in. It's like, a little bit of privacy here. She goes, gotta check your pockets. Gotta check the pockets, Chatterbox. And then I'm like, well, Helen, I'm hungry. She's like, well, I don't got any food. And then I gotta wait. And then she just she calls in sick to work. I'm stuck in that house. What am I gonna do? Call somebody to do food delivery? No one does that these days. Very rare, So then I gotta call Brian Knight. Because he's the other person that's supposed to be helping me. Doesn't show up, doesn't answer the phone, nothing. And then I call Frost. Ghosts me. Then Helen tells me, yeah, she took off. She doesn't want to deal with nothing no more. She doesn't want to work. She's probably claiming EI and stuff like that. She's pathetic, right? So now I'm in the house starving. Then I gotta break my conditions and call other people and say, yo, bring me some some pizza. And they're like, yeah, bet, brother. So they people show up and normally it's just twinkles. But then 10 people show up and I'm like, well, you guys are already here, that 70s show was on if you guys want to watch. So, we just watch that 70s show and eat some pizza and stuff like that. Then I'm like, wait, you guys aren't supposed to be here. But nobody checks up on me anyway. They don't care. So I'm just like, well, they don't care, then what's the big deal? So we chill, It's going to be an every Tuesday thing, I think, from here on out. But other than that, it's, I can't, it's like, what do you want, Helen? You want to hold my hand while I go pee or something like that? This is crazy. I can't, no privacy, can't live my life. I want to go drive my club, can't do it. She says, you're scheming, It's just like, gee whiz, man, sometimes it's like death would have did me better, because then I would have been free. I'm stuck in this house, but I'm making the best out of it regardless,
I mean, you can't drive your club if you're dead either, so.
That's true. That's true. It's just a different type of freedom, I guess.
What are you looking forward to the most? When you're done with this?
Done with this? Well, if it does end,
Right.
putting my house back up on the market. Well, like, not for sale. It's not for sale, but like putting it back up and flexing at Helen that I got a better house than her dumping grapeseed.
Wow.
I convinced a bunch of people that, you know, I was giving them a big sob story about it, and they're like, "Oh, Chatterbox, you know, if you ever get out of this, because I made it very convincing that I wasn't." So they're promising me all this money to contribute. So now if I do get out, they promise me this money. So collection time is gonna happen. I'm gonna be a wealthy man. Probably won't even have to do crime anymore. I'll be so wealthy.
How much in debt are you?
$3 million.
Okay.
Wow.
I just wanted to.
Oh, never mind. Over 3 million. And I didn't even get fined what I was supposed to.
Are you looking to actually get anything out of therapy?
Get any? I don't understand that.
Like, are you doing this because you have to, or do you have goals that you want to set for yourself inside of therapy?
It's a mix. It's a mix.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie. It's a mix. You know, like, would I choose to do therapy? No. Do I know I have to do therapy? Yeah. Am I good to comply with therapy? Yeah. Has it helped? Yeah.
Okay, so have you actually set any goals for yourself?
No,
Things that you wanna
no,
achieve?
because I learned that setting goals is a bad thing to do.
Why?
Because it's frustrating when I ultimately fail. So now I have no expectations and I just roll with it. And if something good happens, it's like, dang, all right. And if something bad happens, I'm like, oh, you know, that's typical.
Okay. What's the difference between setting a goal for, you know, you've just explained to us that you want to get your house set back up so you can rub it in Helen's face. What's the difference between a goal like that and a goal in therapy?
Well, cause it's not like I'm gonna do it. It's happening for sure. I can't wait. I'm gonna make sure this happens. Now I'm gonna get out and I'm gonna, I'll attempt it. But you know, if it doesn't go, don't go. You know, if you know, it's. Have you ever seen the show Trailer Park Boys? There's this guy there named Ray, and he always says, "It's the way she goes, boys." You know, if she goes, she goes. If she don't go, she don't go.
So you're worried about setting a goal because you don't want to be disappointed if it doesn't happen.
That's right.
But a goal is just something to work towards. It doesn't mean that you're ever going to actually achieve it. It's just something like a destination in mind.
Yeah, but in my mind, it seems a little bit deeper. So I'm just like, I'm gonna try to do this, and oh well. But I don't say a goal. That's ew, yuck.
Well, we don't have to make it deeper.
It's like Helen has goals, right? To be like, you know, teach academy and be this and that, but she can't even do what she's trying to teach. So she had to get me to do it because, like, yuck. Right, Helen? I'm talking about the pursuit stuff, Helen.
I would ask you to potentially consider a goal, considering you're doing sessions pretty regularly. And instead of thinking about it like a thing that you are going to achieve, set a goal for yourself where every step towards it is its own success. Have you heard The Climb by Miley Cyrus?
No, I think Miley Cyrus is super annoying.
I think that's fair, but it's a good, I mean,
It's the
it's about the journey. Yeah.
Yeah. It's the class. Something like that, right?
That was spot on rendition.
Yeah.
But kind of the point of that song is that it's really about the journey, right? And that's kind of what therapy is. There is no end to therapy. Nobody is ever fixed. You know, it is something that we are constantly working to improve ourselves and improve our lives and the people around us by working on ourselves. So if there's something in your head that you would like to set as a goal, I would encourage you to think about it. Understanding that's not something you're probably ever going to achieve, but that you can work with Pixie to make steps towards being that person or achieving that goal.
I got a goal.
Okay. What
Hear
is
me out. Hear me out. It sounds bad, okay? It's gonna sound bad, but it's not. It's actually a really good thing. And like, even though Helen won't admit it, it is a good thing. It's a really good thing. All the cops always saying, clowns are a gang. And I'm like, we're not a yucking gang. Yep, you're a gang. And then before I had to tell Belle, I said, Belle, listen. You want me to be a gang? I'll show you what a gang is. And then like a month later, the clowns PD wiped the cops. It was like crazy. Got into a crazy shootout because they kicked my door in and we shot all of them. I said sorry every time I shot a cop, but it was necessary, okay? Not a proud moment, but at the same time, it happened, all right? It was bad. Not something I ever want to do again, but I was like, oh my God, they locked it in. So if I get out of this, I go to the clowns and be like, Clownso Reborn, we're a gang now. We're gonna do gang stuff, but not to the cops. We wipe out the besties, then we wipe out Hydra, and then we give the city back to the civilians. Like, you ever seen the movie The Warriors?
No.
It's like I'm gonna, instead of banding all the gangs together, I'm gonna band all the civilians together, and we go to every gang block one by one and kill them all. Or get them arrested, raided, everything, give this city back to the civilians, then I disband the gang, and we all live in peace.
I was more thinking a personal goal for inside of therapy, but that's a great objective for when you're, done with all of this.
Oh. Oh, okay, we could have just said that. I was just gonna
So sorry, I should have made it more clear.
give out my big plan. You're not gonna tell anybody about that plan, right? Besties catch
Yeah.
wind of that. That might really make a setback. Going therapy, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not really good at that stuff.
That's why I said take time to think about it.
You have homework now.
Homework, like it's just stuff. Helen, what the yuck?
What?
Nothing.
I'm just listening.
It's nice to think about therapy and how you can be improving even when Pixie's not directly in front of you.
I mean, I show up, right? That's a big
Yeah,
step for me, you
course.
know? Like, normally
It
it's
is.
just like, whew, because years ago, if you asked me to go talk to Pixie, I would have been like, hey, why don't you
No.
Pixie this? And I just run.
Being in therapy is the biggest step that anyone can take because so many people need help and don't seek it out. And obviously, I know that you're not here because you necessarily want to be, but I hope it's proving to be like a beneficial experience for you.
Oh, no, definitely. No, 100%.
Okay, so maybe,
I will admit that. 100%.
maybe put a little bit of effort into it, reap what you sow, and think about something that you would like to gain through this experience. Take a little bit of agency in your therapeutic journey.
Okay, I'll try.
Do or do not, there is no try.
Excuse me, there definitely is try. Because, like, sometimes I try to do something and it doesn't work, okay? But I tried. And the other
Do you
times I'll
have-
try to do something and it does work. It's because I tried.
Do
But
you
when-
have access to the internet?
Yes, I do.
You can go online and Google goals for therapy. And I guarantee you'll find lists of hundreds of potential goals. Find one that works for you. Something that genuinely resonates with you that you would like to bring into your sessions. The internet, magical place.
Thought it was just for. Never mind.
To better understand emotions where they are coming from. To learn and practice using new, healthier methods of coping. Making positive, healthy changes in your behavior or routine. I got that one down. think. Except for the milk I drank. I don't think that was healthy. Being more productive or working towards long-term goals. Gross. Improving communication of your feelings, wants, and needs. Helen! I want a medium rare steak. And I need it because I get upset when I'm hungry. Like that?
Is your goal to better communicate your wants and needs?
No, it's not. Because that's always like a weapon that people can use against me, and I gotta be careful with that.
You can communicate clearly and carefully.
I try that. It's like pulling teeth to get a combo meal around here sometimes. Helen takes her sweet time.
Okay, but you're going to come back to Pixie next time and have a goal that you're going to work towards, right?
Yes, I'll have a goal.
Okay.
I'm gonna figure this out.
Perfect.
I mean, me or you. You are part of this.
I think
so.
Pixie's getting sick of me.
No, I'm just not available all the time. I think tag team therapy is a good idea. You get two different perspectives.
Helen keeps looking at me weird and it's making me mad.
She's actively listening.
Yeah, I'm just trying to listen, and I don't have a very good poker face.
Poker. Oh.
You know, I
Yeah,
like
I
that
don't
about you,
think
Helen, because I can tell that you're engaged in what we're talking about.
I am listening. I want to, I'm happy to have been invited to the circle and then not told to leave. So I'm just trying to be quiet and not get told to go sit in the corner alone again because it's boring.
I mean, you weren't told to do that the first time. You kind of
Yeah, you
did
just
that
kinda
yourself.
left.
but-
Yeah, I was like, I can go over there, but I was really hoping that everybody would be like, no, Helen, you're the best.
Well,
Oh my
no, this is-
god, you just want
No, but,
attention. I see.
You know, this is the thing. We need to talk to him first.
Yeah,
to,
exactly.
you know.
And I wanted to be respectful, and I understood that. So
Helen,
Yeah.
you put a microphone in my face and said, confess, okay? What else am I gonna say that's gonna be that yucked up that I haven't already said on tape?
I'm not like it's not really about like facts, but I don't
It's also a
necessarily know
different
all your
atmosphere.
feelings. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I know the stuff you've done, and I know I know a lot about you, and I also try to be respectful of that. And I know that because I know so much about you, you might not always want to be the most honest with me, and I want therapy to be a safe space for you to express whatever and not worry about me like if you wanted to come in here and tell Pixie like, oh, I've been scheming, and tell Pixie all that stuff, like she wouldn't have to tell me.
Far from worse. If I've been scheming, I'm gonna tell you to your face, Helen.
I mean, the only thing I'd have to tell you is who's gonna actively go,
If you're gonna hurt someone,
somebody. Yeah.
But like, I mean, there's a lot of stuff he could tell you that like you wouldn't have to tell me, and it's I don't know. I want you to be able to talk about whatever you want to talk about. And I know that our relationship is, I think we have a positive relationship, and I do my best to be fair and like take care of you. But also like, I am, your prosecuting officer still. And like,
Yeah,
it's also okay if you have feelings about that and you wanted to talk about that. I didn't try to give him that.
Death, I said death, the chair.
Oh, yeah. And I tried to give you the death penalty, and it's okay if you have feelings about that too. And I don't want to intrude by default.
She tried to kill you. How does that make you feel?
Deserved.
Okay, there we go. Sorry,
I mean,
a little
I tried
dark
really
humor.
hard to not feel like that was the right thing to do. Like I tried real hard. But
Could have been. There's pros and cons, right? Cons, I'm dead. Pros, I'm an example of what not to be. You tell the gangs, you better tone it down, otherwise you're getting the chatterbox. You're getting the chatterbox treatment.
say goodbye to your life for 2 months.
So, I'm gonna kind of wrap this up a little bit, because I really wanted Siren to be here and get you comfortable if you're comfortable with her being kind of a backup if emergency situations happen. You know, she's around. I think that would be a great thing. But I think for next time, how do you think about a group therapy session with all of your chosen clowns?
That's on my list of things to try.
Really?
Yes.
And we can come here so they can kind of
fuck.
sort of bounce off the walls if need be and still be contained?
Yeah,
I think
okay, I'll do that.
I think we should establish a talking stick maybe method.
I have one.
Okay, great.
Okay, yeah, she definitely has one.
Yeah,
It used to be a
Yeah.
pull cue, but I can't find it, so
I can
I've
get you a
replaced
cane.
it. Oh, I can get a cane,
Okay.
but the pull cue was the
Yeah,
I like the
Yeah.
club. I think that's nice.
I think it's good.
it's the talking stick. It's the
It's
therapy
slightly,
stick.
yeah, it's slightly threatening.
It's,
Like
it's
I'm
my
talking right now.
yeah. She who has. Okay, never mind. Anyway, yeah. I mean, get everyone that you trust together, clown wise, and bring them all here. We'll all sit and hash out stuff and get everybody on the same page. So,
Okay, I'll do it.
all right. What's a good day for you?
Any day during the week.
Any day during the week.
Yep.
All right. Well, you want to start telling them and then find, maybe just kind of say,
Sure.
hey, all right.
Sure, I'll how about this? I'll make a list of who's potentially gonna go with a day and time, and then you come back at me with, I like it, but I don't like this day or time. Here's my comeback at it. And I go, okay, clowns, this is the time it's happening because Pixie said so. If they say no, I'm like, ha, GG, no re, too bad, you make it, you don't, you don't.
Well, Wednesdays are off the list for me, so I can't make Wednesdays.
Okay.
Other than
And
that,
Tuesdays
I'm
is no
good to
good
go.
either because Helen is calling in sick every Tuesday.
I take a
Helen.
day off. I'm not calling in sick. I just
She's
don't
calling in
work
sick,
on
she won't admit it.
I don't work on Tuesdays.
She's gonna conveniently
I have
have
a
a
sneaking
cough.
suspicion Siren's not gonna work on Tuesdays either. So
Yeah, that's true. Tuesdays I'll be out. Why don't we do? I mean, do you want to do this next week?
Sure. Oh
'Cause
my
we
god.
could do.
Yeah,
we could do a
we could do
week
it, yeah.
from today, or I guess it's Tuesday. Wait, what day is?
We
this
could do it
week?
on
It's
Friday.
Tuesday.
It's like next week
Yeah.
Friday. It's Friday. Gotta
that
get
could be
down
good
on
because
Friday.
I think next Friday should be when you host the bingo night.
Get
Well,
pizza.
I better make sure
So we can do therapy
Osvaldo's
and then go
available
to
for
the
that.
bingo night.
Okay, so next Friday.
Get pizza.
Okay, that's the 19th.
Maybe play some poker.
And we'll probably have academy that weekend. Busy.
Osvaldo's not doing a good job on his stakeout, Helen. He's not answering. I think he fell asleep on the couch.
So this time, like an hour, like 50 minutes before now, next Friday,
Yeah.
Deal.
and then we'll aim to do the bingo night like an hour after now.
Okay.
So you'll have like some time after therapy.
Okay. Sounds good to me.
Ready. There we go.
W.
Wait, not this Friday, next Friday.
Next Friday.
That's right.
All right. Got
the
it.
19th,
Yeah.
I think.
That works for me.
In a street race.
Bozo, after
Living a
your
quarter
street
mile.
race, you gotta fix Helen's car.
Okay, we'll do.
All right.
All right, my boy. She can't rep.
I'm so sick and tired of Helen's car being so slow.
What the hell?